Where's the cutest pet in Minecraft? This is my pet warden, and it's hiding in the laboratory that Tonigan and I created. But a few days ago, Tonigan got very angry with my pet.
Mendrake. I'm already traumatized because yesterday the lights went out here at home and now the whole lab is blinking too, all because of this animal.
Of course, bro. It's the best pet in Minecraft. It just makes the lights flash, that's all, bro. It's like a security alarm.
Yes, and we also have to squat to walk.
But relax, bro. It's not gonna do anything to us.
So why didn't you make a corridor 2 stories high instead of making a corridor 3 stories high, when we can't even walk here?
Oh, Tonigan, you did something you shouldn't have done.
I'm going to shoot an arrow at him. I'll shoot another
Stop
one, no
hitting
problem.
my pet!
But its life is at 300. Relax.
Yeah, 300? Go on, mess around with it again, man. You think it's a dog, a cat? Take it again.
It's cuddling me. I think that's its way of showing love. Mendrake, there's no way, man. Our laboratory can't hold that kind of pet. It's like putting a hippopotamus in a yard 2 meters wide.
He was quiet in his place. You messed with it. He attacked you.
Drake, make some space for it. Remove this pet within a day.
What if I can't remove him? He's silent. If I can't remove him, what will you do?
So I'm going to give it a lot of love.
Calm down. Hold on. Now I only have this much time to get my warden out of there. To begin with, I need a good place to hide my pet. This is where I did my projects like Skull Island, the volcano, the temple, and so on. Tonigan only came here once. And there's this mountain next door, which is next to my 1 million sign. And it's a good place to build here. But this place can be better. I haven't said it yet, but the building I'm going to make is a giant warden. And the environment around this warden has to be similar to Deep Dark. So I'm building a mob trap right on top of this mountain, because the perfect environment for my giant warden will be using this mob trap. Since the idea is to make the mobs spawn in the mob trap fall into this hole here, and right here where the mobs will fall, I'm going to leave this skulk catalyst. When a mob dies near it, it will infect everything around it. From the point where I'm doing the mob trap, when the mobs fall right on top of the catalyst, they'll die on the spot. And I'll even leave a bit more catalyst here. So using just 4 catalysts, you can infect the whole mountain. I just have to be careful not to infect my millionth sign. I think this is going to be the 3rd mob trap I've done in my life. Finishing the mob trap, it's time to see if it's going to work. Look at all the mobs falling, and they're going to fall right on top of the catalyst. Dude, look at this, man. It's all being contaminated by Skulk. Get out of here, you bastard. Look at this, bro. It's turned everything into Skulk. Not only Skulk, but also the sensors and this noisy block. So I just have to stay in this. So all I have to do is stand on this block of... Bro, I'm flying. Now I just have to stand on that block of land and wait for all the mobs to fall like that, contaminating the whole mountain. If I had 24 hours doing the mob trap waiting to contaminate the mountain, it's now been 4 hours. Okay, bro, this mountain is really cool. The problem is that when I move, it'll activate Skulk. And look how loud it is from here, bro. Oh, my ear. The noise from the sensor is fine, but this scream... My goal now is to take out all these blocks that are screaming here, man. If the wardens spawned up here, I'd be fine and leave them all. But since nothing happens, I'm going to destroy everything. To give you an idea, let me see how many... My god, there are a lot of blocks. Look how many there are on this part of the mountain alone. Man, it's starting to get really scary. Look at that, it's a very loud roar. What's that? Now that there's only the noise of the sensor, I want to build some ruins here. Because since I want this mountain to look like the Warden's ancestral city, I have to make buildings here too that look like Deep Dark. So I'm going to scatter some totally destroyed ruins around the mountain. I'm also going to build some towers around the ancient city. I'm pretty sure it's with these deep slate tiles here. And with smooth deep slate too, it's going to look great in here. I'm going to put some towers, bro, in a random place to make it really random. And that first tower I made was much bigger than this one, of course. I'm not going to make the towers the same size, right, bro? Let's diversify. To brighten things up, I'm also going to add the soul lantern. Oh gosh, what's that? It would also be nice to make some of the structures we find in the deep dark and place some white candles and of course light them all too. Here I'm going to break some skulks and make those arches in the deep dark. It's a path that leads to the portal. It's also very simple to do. I'm going to do it half broken. And now we're making the arches. You can't miss the candles in the middle of the archway. And now, to give it that final touch, we just have to replace all the grass with deep slate blocks. Then it will look very deep dark, all gray. After finished making all these details, I decided to call this mountain Ancestral Mountain. Now I have a place and the only thing left to do is start the giant warden because it's been 2 more hours and the warden has some interesting positions to build. The first is when he spawns from the ground, the second is him standing still, the third is his roar, and the fourth is when he unleashes the sonic blast. But the first one is too small, the second is too simple, and the fourth you can't tell it's a warden. So the third will be the perfect position to build. To make this statue, I need these blocks. A bit of skull. I also need distorted fire. Distorted wood. Quartz block. Prismarine, dark prismarine, and prismarine bricks I have here at the Guardian Farm. Now in this biome, I've come to collect mushroom stems. Anyway, I now have 5 shulkers of material, and all that's left is wool, sandstone, and concrete. Boy, I even found a mansion here by accident. But as I was saying, these 3 blocks are having a very big problem, which is called farms. Here on this mountain, I had a very efficient wool farm, but they broke it and didn't even leave the wool for me. And right here at the end, there was a sand farm, but all that's left is a chest. But the problem wasn't that they broke it, it was that it stopped working. And to solve the problem of the sandstone and the concrete I'm going to go out into the desert and destroy all of it. And right here where I'm going to clean up the sand biome is our brother Sniffer, real or fake. While I was collecting sand, I received a message from Tonigom. Have you removed the fluffy warden from our base yet? Yeah, he's pretty mad. I've got to get my warden out of there. It's been over 6 hours. After finished collecting all the sands I need, I've already used up 2 more. In other words, I only have 10 hours to get the wool I need and build the warden. Now all that's missing are the black wool blocks, and I remembered that I have this here. It's a farm I made at the beginning of the series and I left it. From that time, from the beginning when these constructions started to appear until now. Just look at the amount of wool this has given me, bro. It's a small farm, but it's generated a lot of wool for me since the beginning of the series. But it's only got all this because it's been around since the beginning of the series. Now that I've got a whole shulker box made of wool, all that's left is to get some dye from the Guardian Farm. And now with all the blocks, let's build the warden. Starting with the legs, okay? I have to say, this is going to look really cool. These prismarine blocks at the bottom with the smooth sandstone on top will simulate the warden's claws very well. Also followed by dark prismarine, cyan concrete, distorted fungus, and skulk. Wow, this one looks a lot like warden's foot. And if you add more skulk, it'll look pretty cool. Let's say a warden look, and the rest of his leg, I'm going up to this height here. We can't forget Skullkey to give it that warden detail. First leg finished, but he has 2, not only 1. Once the legs are finished, the next part is the belly. Warden's belly is going to be full of detail, bro. And since I'm building it kind of from a shift, it's much more difficult. I mean, it's not a shift. I think it's squatting, leaning. Lying down, I don't know exactly, but I'm making a sort of ladder here going up because his detail is kind of diagonal. And that's what's complicating my construction. I've even put the wrong prismarines here. I fixed it because to build straight, we already know here that the drawing will turn out like this. But now it's completely different. Look at the height, it's just his belly, bro. Look at this, the size of this. Warden also has a detail on his belly, which is like bones. Which is quite simple to do if it wasn't diagonal, right? The smooth sandstone will be the right color for Warden's bone, bro. I hope so. Let's see. Then, that same detail of the bone, I'll have to do 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Warden's bones are finished. And now what's really hard is the final detail on his chest that's right here in the middle. And I really wanted to know if that detail on his chest, bro, is, I don't know, the summoner, in this case, his despawn, or if it's a bunch of souls that are stored inside the Warden's belly. Because I've already seen a theory. Let's see. You still can't see very well what Warden's belly is, can you? So I'm going to add more details to make this one a bit more similar. More detail here too, and more detail. And I hope that while I'm making these details, Tonigom has forgotten to send me a message. Oh bro, really? Now I just need to raise the other 3 sides of Warden's belly, and the belly is finished. Now the next part is the arms. Look at his little arm, bro. It's very thin, but underneath it's very beautiful. Board, pismarine, sandstone, stem, marine, pismarine. Warden getting interesting, huh? It's just that I'm a little short of the 24 hours that Tonigom gave me, and I need to speed things up here. Now the Warden is almost complete. All that's missing is the head. And I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this space is open so I can decorate inside and make a nice space for my Warden. My cute little pet has a cozy space for itself. First, I have to fill in this hole here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do, I don't know, a random detail like this, or if I'm just going to put a single color on the floor. To be honest, I didn't want to do this one, but I'm going to do the random one. I think it will look good. Look, I confess that this floor I thought was going to be ugly, but it turned out beautifully, bro. And since there's such a big space, I want to make a place for my warden to plant. Mendrake. But what does warden eat? I imagine these plants here, which is actually a skulk sensor, but it looks like a little plant with this thing moving. So I start with a plant for it. Some skulks like this, plant here. Now my pet has a power supply. And if I go near it, bro, look at that. Security alarm 2. In some places, I'm going to scatter some skeleton skulls because that's all that's going to be left of anyone who tries to break in and mess with my pet. I'll also need some blocks that I made to decorate the biome to make some towers inside. For each entrance to each arm of the warden, I'm going to make a tower to serve as an entrance. Look, I think this is going to be interesting, huh? It's also worth making some arches here at the entrance. Connecting one end to the other, take a look. Awesome, bro. I'm going to spread a bit of skulks around here too. Anyway, now the question is, will my pet like this decoration? In order to find out, I need to bring it here. The problem is the distance from the lab to the ancestral mountain, and the only way to get it to the mountain would be by ocean. But in the water, he turns into a slug. Look at that, bro. Super slow. So my other alternative is through the nether, but I've never done that. So does the warden go through the portal? To find out, I'm gonna have to get Dark out of here, bro. I just have to be careful. Once it's out of that room, I'll bring it here under the lab. The annoying thing is that everything keeps flat. My god, all I need was Tonagum showing up. I still have 5 hours, bro. What are you doing here? But come on. Dark's already mad. He's already tracked me down. Let me break this part down. Okay, now Dark is following me. Perfect. I'm going to eat an enchanted apple so I don't die for it. What's that? Tonagum, what's this, bro? What's Tonagum doing here, bro? I'm sure I saw Tonagum. Was he trying to attack my pet? What are you doing here? My god, Dark is attacking me. Get out of here, bro. He wants to hit my pet. Get out. Oh, no, no. Hey, Tonagum, what brings you here, bro?
Hey, I came to see if you were taking the warden out of here, but apparently...
I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it. Relax. One day I'll get him out of here.
What about this bumpy place underneath the mall? What is that, man?
Bro, I don't know either.
Oh, you don't know, do you?
I don't know, but I do know one thing. It won't be more than 24 hours and you'll be out of here. You have no right to touch my pet.
Look out, the animal is coming after you.
Tonagum is watching the lab all the time to see if I'm really going to get my pet out. And to get him out, I started by digging a tunnel. Now just set up a nether portal here, bro. And it's still angry with me, bro. You can hear its heart beating a lot from here. And it's a long way from me, okay? For Warden to get through this nether portal, I first have to generate another portal in the nether. Perfect. And there's already another very large portal there, which I don't know what it's for. But this part of the map isn't strange to me, so I think I'm close to the portal I made. And to avoid my pet ending up going the wrong way or dying, falling into the lava, I'm going to do the classic corridor that leads from this portal to the other one. Hold on, I'm getting to the coordinate of the portal I had marked. Perfect. Climbing all the way up this staircase, we arrive at the other portal where the warden will enter the nether, and this portal here is where he'll come out. I'm just gonna break the portal and raise it a block so I can be absolutely sure that this warden won't have anything to stop him, bro. So I'm going to pull a corridor behind the portal as well, and back here is where I'm going to stand so that warden comes after me and ends up going through the portal. Just watch where this portal takes me. I go through it and end up in our statue. And I'm going to have this trapdoor system set up so I can distract my warden, bro. Because otherwise, when I go through this portal, he'll want to kill me. With this system here, it'll distract him for a while. Okay, time for the truth? Dark, I'm going to have to take you somewhere else. Okay, Dark's coming for me, bro. Let me run down this tunnel now and eat this enchanted apple. Oh my god! Wow, go on through the gate. It's on. I got warden through the portal, bro. Now, hold on. The problem really comes down to where he's going to be. My god, he's right here in front of me. It's going to take forever to get to the portal. I'm going to have to eat a lot of enchanted apples. Wait, I don't think I'll get through here. I'll have to break it. Calm down. I'm just trying to get through here, bro. Remember how I said that this corridor here was to prevent Warden from dying? So he's going to help me too because I'm going blind all the time. What is it, bro? I can't believe it's going to work. If I keep a certain distance from the Warden, I don't get the blinding effect and there's no flashing on the screen, bro. According to the coordinates, I'm already on the perfect staircase. The moment of truth is coming. Look up to the stairs. Okay, I'll dig the tunnel a little further on here too. Now we just have to wait and see if it goes through the portal. Will it? Will it go through? Will it go through the portal, Dark? Look at him coming. It passed by for a moment. It stood still. I didn't think it was going to. I'm going to eat one more enchanted apple and enter the portal. Oh, please work. Everything is chill. Really? Let me get away from it, otherwise it's going to focus on me again. But it's there, bro. My pet's at his house, finally. With only a few minutes to go before Tunigum go after my pet, I managed to get it to the statue. While I'm on the topic, the only thing missing is Warden's head. The time I had left, I used to make some details on the ancestral mountain, creating some tentacles coming out of it. And that's how my pet's new home turned out. If you also want to see how I created a War and Creative Squad, click on this video.